Empty the Colonel liked was when you reached the bottom of that bowl. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. 5 KFC bowls for just $5 each.
Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
On Monday nights, it's time to get inside the game with the OKCPS Coaches Show from 6 to 7 p.m. Join us on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM and streaming live on PPBC TV. It's the only show that brings you insights straight from the administration, the coaches, and the student athletes that make Oklahoma City Public Schools great. We're talking volleyball, basketball, soccer, esports, football, and more. Don't miss the stories, the strategy, and the spotlight on the next generation of champions. The OKCPS Coaches Show, Mondays at 6, only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM and PPBC TV. Brought to you by Oklahoma City Community College, SSM Health, and Just Burgers.
Are you looking to rent a car? Better yet, do you need to rent a car but don't want to go through the hassle? If you said yes, let the professionals at A+ Rent-A-Car put you in a rental vehicle today. They have low rates, and the only requirements to rent a vehicle is you must be at least 21 years of age with a valid license, utility bill, and lease. Deposits are as low as $100. That's it. Low daily and weekly rental rates are available and great cars to choose from. A+ Rent-A-Car is located at 2906 Northwest 23rd Street in Oklahoma City. Check out our website at apluscarental.com or call 405-602-0000. That's 405-602-0000 for A+ Rent-A-Car. They accept cash, debit, prepaid, and credit cards.
OKC Sports Radio, KINB 105.3 FM HD1. Kingfisher, Oklahoma City, a Perry Broadcasting Station.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide, based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Progressive Insurance knows pets, and one of the biggest differences between people and pets is that we don't eat things off the floor. But dogs definitely will, and it makes them so happy, no matter what it looks like, smells like, or what state of decomposition it's in. We all want to go through life that carefree, and that's also why you should get Progressive Pet Insurance, because they eat things off the floor. So protect your pet from all the questionable life decisions they make. You know where they drink from when you're gone, right? Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
You have lots of questions about going back to school and getting your degree. At Mid-America Christian University, we'll answer all your questions at our special open house, 6 p.m. on June 13th at Mid-America Christian University, 3500 Southwest 119th Street in Oklahoma City. You can visit with enrollment counselors, learn about degree programs, talk with professors, learn about financial aid. Bring your transcript for an on-the-spot evaluation. If eligible, learn about VA benefits. See how prior learning experience can earn credit hours. If you enroll, you'll receive a $500 scholarship toward your tuition just for attending the open house. Join us for the special open house beginning at 6 p.m. June 13th at Mid-America Christian University, 3500 Southwest 119th Street in Oklahoma City. Get started with us on June 13th.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Hey, what's up?
Metropolitan Library System. Meet authors, historians, and artists, as well as explore Black history, culture, and creativity. From stories of Oklahoma City's own Ralph Ellison to powerful conversations about civil rights, genealogy, and Black communities across the state. Bring the kids for handout crafts, storytelling, and scavenger hunts. It's all free and it's happening at 19 locations across Oklahoma County. Learn more at metrolibrary.org.
A public service announcement from Oklahoma Human Services. Did you know updating your SNAP food benefits info is a SNAP? Visit okdhslive.org to make sure your SNAP info is correct. It's a SNAP, Oklahoma.
It'll be time to go. And we go here in 30 seconds.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Really smart. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I took the gas hose out of my car's tank. Ooh, not smart. And I drove off while still attached to pump number 3.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
I'm smiling and I'm not smiling at you. Just let me do
Potential
my
savings
thing.
vary.
If y'all
Subject to
gonna
terms,
bust
conditions,
out
and
laughing,
availability. Allstate North American
mess me
Insurance
up.
Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Evening, live from Riversport, Oklahoma City. It's the Oklahoma City Public School Coaches Show. That's right here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and streaming live on PPBC TV. Presented by MetroTech Technology Centers, also sponsored by TTCU, Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, ROC, ROK, Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, Oklahoma City Community College, Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. This is the show and continues to be the show that takes a time out to look inside sports, hearing the stories from the athletes, getting the visions from the coaches, and seeing the foundation created by administration that makes Oklahoma City Public Schools so great. I am Maurice Prince. And tonight, we are taking the game to the mat tonight as we discuss wrestling from two newly crowned ACAC champion programs. These are boys and girls teams. Tonight, we will talk with the boys from Northwest Classen, and we will talk for the girls, the Douglas Trojans. Two outstanding wrestling programs who have put in tough work on the mat all season long. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming to the table, the sports desk, if you will, the Douglas Girls Wrestling Team, ACAC Wrestling Champions. Does that sound good, everybody?
That sounds great.
All right.
Amazing.
Now, I got student athletes to my right, your left. That'd be sophomore Felicity Doolittle. Then I also have in the middle, the senior, Janiyah Mays Morrison. And then I have head coach, Jermel Perry. Guys, I have to start off going right down the street. Janiyah, you're the senior, so I'm going to let you. Coach says I don't need to turn your mic up, so I'm going to ask you first before Felicity gets a chance to start talking. Janiyah, when you found out that you were going to the playoffs with this team, what did it feel like?
It felt like, to be honest, it felt like another day, another match, it felt good, though, but it felt like another day, another match. And then doing it with my team, it felt better because not only am I by myself, I'm out there on the mat by myself, but I also have my team supporting me and doing the same.
How many years have you spent honing this craft and this love for this sport?
It has been 4 years.
4 years. So 4 years in and 4 years now with the championship. That's so nice. Felicity, again, you've had great accomplishments before. Where did the love for wrestling begin for you as a sophomore now? Where did it begin?
Really, at first, I was really like a bandsman. I wasn't really worried about wrestling my freshman year. And then the more I spent inside the wrestling room and making a family with everybody, the relationship with everyone just made me want to stay there.
Made you want to stay and develop it. So the passion just began to explode. Exploded, in fact, to a way that last year, what happened last year? Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody? State semifinals? Come on now.
Last year I was a state runner-up.
State runner-up. Congratulations to you. So how did that motivate you into this year to come back?
Really, going out with a lose last year, it really made me want to come back with like a more
dedicated, more fire.
Yes.
I see that. Janiyah, you know, again, being a part of the growth process and that, how did the team, after coming out of last year, what was the attitude at the beginning of the year?
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Beginning of the season, was everybody hungry to get back to this? What was the attitude of the players returning?
Everybody, yes, I would say everybody was eager to get back in, but it also took time for people to, you know, make their way back in and get back in wrestling shape and things of that nature.
Okay. All right. We're going to pause on this discussion for just a moment. Let's bring in Coach Jermel Perry. Coach, first of all, congratulations to you two as well.
Thank you.
But I have to ask the question that has been asked to me 15 times today. Once I said ACAC Douglas Trojan Wrestling Champions.
Yes.
Come on. This is groundbreaking here. I mean, Douglas is known for so many outstanding things.
Yes.
Then just been a tremendous program overall with athletes throughout the years. But to crack open something new and just say that, what is it like? Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, first, it's amazing that we're getting the exposure. For our girls wrestling program, we have been ACAC champions for 3 years in a row. You know, and this has been something that we've been consistently working at. But our girls program is starting to get a lot of shine and a lot of light and exposure because we have been going to these bigger tournaments and we've been performing and coming away as champions and runner-ups. So now we're starting to get the light to it, which is amazing. I'm just very appreciative of it.
No doubt. And again, I understand when you say ACAC champions 3 years in a row, I understand that this is an established quote. Janiyah has been a part of it. You know, so in other words, the bar was already set. So I'm not going to say that. But when it becomes public, again, the first one, not saying it wasn't sweet. No, it was sweet.
Yeah.
But now it just seems like more people are paying attention to it. So what's the attitude, Janiyah, going down the hallway now when this starts coming up? What's that discussion like now? What is that like?
The discussion, they ask, like, people ask me, like, oh, why do you do this sport? It's for boys, this and that, you know, and I just tell them, like, it's not always for boys. Girls can do anything that boys do. So, you know, like, even when they're asking questions, I'm able to answer them because I know the answer to the question.
No, I say, I understand that, Okay, yeah, Felicity's like, yeah, okay, I like that. You know, is the conversation same for you, Felicity, in terms of when people ask and they're like, really? Or I mean, again, people have preconceived notions, and I said, but you guys are shattering that ceiling and laying down a complete new foundation. So what has that conversation been like for you?
You know, I just come at it with confidence. You know, we about that.
Okay, all right. Hey, all right. Coach, you know, in the course of your building up this program, you have been known for establishing and emphasizing hard work, technique, and confidence. These two, you know, although I have a strong feeling, Janiyah is very nice and very nice. And so is Felicity. I have this belief that on the mat and in that arena, there's a little bit of a change of a demeanor.
Definitely.
Coach, talk to me about that.
Definitely. Yes, when it comes to the female program, you know, we always talk to them about, of course, being ladylike and making sure that they're, you know, have the charisma and being beautiful and always having their hair done and the lashes and all those things. But when it's time to get on that wrestling mat, you know, we call it war, you know, so you got to be prepared for war. And all of them really flip that switch. You know, I really enjoy watching my girls go from just being these girly girls, and then they get on the mat and they perform with so much tenacity and so much just being very ferocious, and then they get right back off the mat and go right back into their girly ways. And I just love watching
that's gotta be something to see.
Definitely.
Janiyah, so talk to me about that process. So the walk-in. So let's talk about that. When you walk in, and not necessarily the home gym, when you walk into the opponent's gym, what's going through your head at that time?
It's time to lock in and trust my training and go out there and do what I need to do.
All right. So is it still a smile, you know, even whatever it is? When does it switch? When does it switch?
When it's time to wrestle.
Okay,
I'm
so
really a social butterfly, so like.
Okay, so in other words, it's talk, and then all of a sudden, oh, my turn? All right, see y'all in a minute. Okay. All right, so Felicity, mentality is about what this takes to get this done. So when you're on the mat with your opponent, do you stare them down? What is it? I mean, do you make that eye contact, or what are you actually looking for in that moment?
Honestly, when I first get on the mat, it's like a smile and stuff like that. But, as soon as we step on the line, then it's just like, oh, need to lock in for real.
Okay. See, you have this smile that's it's kind of misleading, if you will.
Yes.
You sit there going, oh, she's not. And then all of a sudden, I'm on the mat. What's going on? I got you. So, Janiyah, what's the best advice that you've gotten from this coach? Oh, not the laugh to go with it from Coach Perry.
Okay, Coach Perry, he does gives a lot of wisdom, but
Okay. Wisdom.
tempo, technique, and tenacity.
The 3 T's. Okay, that's nice. All right, Felicity, what would be the best advice the coach has given you to this point?
Don't let your outside life affect what you do on the mat.
In the growth that you all have had, can you tell me, Felicity, a match that changed you, maybe not this season, but made you reevaluate and have to adjust? Can you talk about that at all?
I would say me being in the finals at state, it made me really get into a new spotlight and really go into where all eyes are on me, and I have to really set a standard for not only myself but my team as well in my school.
All right, Janiyah, name a match, and it doesn't have to be this season, that really catapulted you into the next level of your skill set.
I would have to say my sophomore year when we went to Tulsa. It really kind of humbled me. I kind of went in a little cocky and.
No, that's not you.
Yes. In the finals match, I kind of got humbled. So yeah, it just changed my perspective on things.
Coach, obviously you can tell a lot of stories about these 2 standout athletes that you have here today, but what out of each one are you most proud of from their growth, whether it's in the classroom, off the class? What are you most proud of? I'm asking you it kind of like a father figure question, because that's exactly what it goes down to. But what are you most proud of from them?
Definitely, it is their growth. With Janiyah, she walked in as a freshman who wasn't very confident in her abilities and, was always afraid to try things and will always use the words like, Coach Perry, I can't do that, because she wasn't used to it. But the beauty of Janiyah is that she's very coachable. She allowed for you to push her, and the more that I pushed on her and told her that she could do it, she started to believe it, and she became something that, honestly, she became our first 4-time ACAC champion. And that's why she's here today, because she won it as a freshman, won it as a sophomore, junior, and senior, because due to her being coachable and willing to go outside of that comfort zone.
4 years, 4 rings. That's what I'm talking about.
It.
Felicity, what?
Yeah, well, Felicity, the beauty of Felicity is somewhat similar. She lacked confidence walking in, but for her, it was more not really understanding what her abilities is. This is, as far as Felicity, she is one of the greatest athletes I've ever coached in any sport, but let alone in female wrestling. And now it's just her understanding that, yes, I can do these things and I can live up to these moments, because going back to the state championship, and at one point she didn't believe that she can make it there, and we were speaking it to her like, hey, you can win a state championship right now, and she didn't believe that. And then you could see that she started to embody it, and now here we are today, where she is just really just exuding all of expectations, because she's really that good.
Janiyah, I can't help but appreciate sometimes in the interviews that we have, the most important part of the interview is the nonverbal. And you look at Felicity as if she's your little sister. Whether you have sisters or not, that's not that's not for here to discuss, but for me, it's just like you've seen the growth. I mean, you appear to be proud of what she's done. And I know Felicity, from just the general demeanor that she has, she's actually proud of you as well. But how did that bond? How does this work? How does the locker room with the team, how is this all coming together? Because the bond, 4 years, 4 championships, how does it all come together? And it's because of the camaraderie. You welcome in new players. How is that coming together? Either one of you can answer. And they're going to look at each other.
Of course.
So, Janiyah, you answer the question. I'll give the next one to Felicity.
You know, it comes together like us being able to just be there for each other. Because if we're not there for each other, able to communicate with each other and push one another, then we're not there as a girls' team. We're falling apart. So we want to be able to build instead of falling apart.
All right. So, Felicity, let's talk about the ACAC tournament. Getting there and knowing that you are the defending ACAC champions going in, what was the team's response, A, to the challenge and then to the championship match? Or championship series, I should say.
Well, in my mind, I just think of everyone is here to just come dominate the entire, just let everybody know that we're here and make a strong and good impression.
All right, so I have to ask this. When you walk in, this is the defending champions. Are they looking, meaning the other teams? Are they sitting there? I mean, come on. I mean, are they looking? Are they having an idea? I mean, do you sense the intimidation? Do you sense those things? Where do you sit with that?
Most of the girls that I've wrestled already previously throughout the season, so we already know like what to expect from each other. And considering my title, people are already
okay,
kind of intimidated of me already.
All right, so in other words, just walk quietly, smile. Hey, how you doing? Everybody wants to be your friend. I'm going to pin you in 3 minutes. Anyway, I was just talking about that. From this particular run this season, what will be the most memorable part? Go ahead.
We went to a PC North tournament, and we didn't really have to wrestle as much. And during that tournament, we actually had the opportunity to play around just a little bit,
Okay. In other words, I get the impression. Are we playing with our food here?
No. I mean, we didn't have really many opponents to wrestle against.
Okay.
In our weight classes, we're
Did they
combined
just drop
together.
out?
No, we were combined together.
Okay, I got you.
So we had to go against our own teammates. So we were just kind of playing
Okay,
around.
I understand what you're saying. Okay, I got you. I was wondering, in my expression, playing with your food, meaning that you guys were experimenting with the other team. Anyway, Janiyah, what would be the biggest memorable moment?
I believe it'll be the PC North, but it'll also be Lexington.
Lexington. Okay, what happened at that?
Lexington tournament. Each and every one of my teammates and myself, we were all able to wrestle in a placing match. So we were all able to just, cheer for each other, be there for one another, boys and girls. It's good being able to support your teammates.
That's no doubt.
So, yeah.
Coach, keeping a team locked in that has found success is also just as equally as challenging as trying to teach and focus on technique.
Definitely.
How were you able to do that over the course of the season?
The goal is for us, the standard of the room is the standard of the room, and we just believe that the tournament has titles. We don't take this as, this tournament is a big tournament, this tournament is a big tournament. It's just another tournament with another name and another opportunity for us to go out there and perform. So we just stay locked in and we train and we focus on the standard of the room. As long as we keep the standard of the room, then those results just come. So that's the way we focus on it.
That was really well said as a coach. I just want you to know that was perfect coach talk, because there's always a match somewhere in there that means something to somebody else. But the coaches will always say that. as we start to wind this down, it's been an absolutely great. I appreciate your honesty and appreciate your spirit and your joy and your laughter. Is there anyone, Janiyah, who you would like to thank along the way, who has supported and made this season memorable? I mean, being a senior to walk out 4 years, 4 rings, what an amazing run. So can you talk a little bit about who you'd like to thank?
I would like to thank my coach, Coach Duke, Coach Lauren. He's also been there to push me as well alongside with Coach Perry, and
just pointing that out.
And just push me past my limits and make it to where I'm doing things that I never thought I could do. Plan
to try this at the next level?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. We wish you well on that. Felicity, same thing. Is there anyone who you would like to thank or deserves recognition for what has accomplished in this season and been a part of what's making you who you are?
Coach Ferry, Coach Duke, Coach Lauren. With them pushing me through every practice and my emotional days and stuff like that.
I find it hard to believe. Felicity, I know it's true, but I find it hard to believe. Coach, obviously there's individuals from administration. You have a tremendous administration over there at Douglas that is very supportive. I'm sure they need some recognition as well.
Yeah. First and foremost, Principal Jones. Principal Jones is amazing. Our relationship is amazing. He allowed for me to be able to just coach the program because I coach boys and girls. So he allowed for me to just coach the program and have the free will to be able to see my vision. So whenever I'm in communication with Principal Jones on the things that I need and or the way that I see things, he's always right there to support. So I really, truly appreciate Principal Jones. In this past, I did have Carlos Wooder as an athletic director. Him and I grown a great relationship. And, I was a little saddened we had to part ways, but then now I have a new athletic director, and her and I are building something, and hopefully we can build something for the future and continuously grow this program.
And that's something that is definitely, it's a legacy thing. It's a community thing when it comes to Douglas because the environment is family, but they truly care about that. But most importantly, Douglas likes winning.
Yes.
There's something about it that happens. So at this time, I definitely want to truly say congratulations to you.
Thank
4 years, 4 consecutive ACAC champions. State still on the board?
That's right.
Oh, yes. Any plans, Felicity, for state this year? Any plans?
Win it all.
Just a few? Just a few? Or just one?
Just win it.
Just win it. Just win it. Just make it short and sweet. We wish you success. Continued success, and want to continue to talk about that. I hope and wish for you to have a much more success at the next level, and you're going to continue to talk to this guy over here, and he will guide you.
That's right.
Coach Jamel Perry will do a great job of guiding you through those next choices, and continue to blaze trails, both of you. It's not something that has been a common thing, but it's going to become a regular thing where it's just, hey, this is just where it is now. This is what it is. It's not going to be a phenomenon. It's not going to be an unusual thing. Oh, there's a wrestling team. You want in? Come on, let's work.
That's right.
And that's exactly what it's going to be. This is the Oklahoma City Public School Coaches Show. Oh, yeah, I love champions. We get to talk to them a lot tonight. Presented by Metrotech Technology Centers, also sponsored by TTCU Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, ROK or Rock Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, OCCC Just Burgers, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. We're not done yet. We go right back to the mat, and this time the Knights will be here. Northwest Classen, ACAC champions. It gets no better. This is the Oklahoma City Public School Coaches Show. We'll be right back.
Hey sports fans, get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry. Only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and stay connected. Visit OKCSportsRadio.com.
Oklahoma City. It's me, Miles Perry, and save the date, March 28th. Yes, I said March 28th. And the reason why is because of Super Prep and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 Showcase. Any current high school athlete can attend the showcase, so can unsigned seniors and JUCO products. The event will be ran by local high school coaches and professional skills trainers. It'll be held at OAC, Oklahoma Athletic Center here in Oklahoma City. You guys can watch and listen to the event at PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. That is PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. You guys, register today. There's limited spots available. College coaches will be there, but like I said, there's limited spots available. So the link and the QR code will present here in just a little bit, but make sure you guys register today. It's the biggest event in Oklahoma. Peace.
Hey sports fans, get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry, only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and stay connected. Visit OKCSportsRadio.com.
Oklahoma City. It's me, Miles Perry, and save the date, March 28th. Yes, I said March 28th. And the reason why is because of Super Prep and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 Showcase. Any current high school athlete can attend the showcase, so can unsigned seniors and JUCO products. The event will be ran by local high school coaches and professional skills trainers. It'll be held at OAC, Oklahoma Athletic Center here in Oklahoma City. You guys can watch and listen to the event at PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. That is PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. You guys, register today. There's limited spots available. College coaches will be there, but like I said, there's limited spots available. So the link and the QR code will present here in just a little bit, but make sure you guys register today. It's the biggest event in Oklahoma. Peace.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Oh yeah, that's the sound of a good time. The sizzle, the flavor, the bite you've been waiting for. And you deserve it, because when it comes to burgers, why settle for ordinary? Big taste, big smiles, big moments, all stacked between two buns. And you can only get it at Just Burgers. Just Burgers, nothing else compares.
Oklahoma City, it's me, Miles Perry, and save the date, March 28th. Yes, I said March 28th. And the reason why is because of Super Prep and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 Showcase. Any current high school athlete can attend the showcase, so can unsigned seniors and JUCO products. The event will be ran by local high school coaches and professional skills trainers. It'll be held at OAC, Oklahoma Athletic Center here in Oklahoma City. You guys can watch and listen to the event at PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. That is PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. You guys, register today. There's limited spots available. College coaches will be there, but like I said, there's limited spots available. So the link and the QR code will present here in just a little bit, but make sure you guys register today. It's the biggest event in Oklahoma. Peace.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Oklahoma City, it's me, Miles Perry, and save the date, March 28th. Yes, I said March 28th. And the reason why is because of Super Prep and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 Showcase. Any current high school athlete can attend the showcase, so can unsigned seniors and JUCO products. The event will be ran by local high school coaches and professional skills trainers. It'll be held at OAC, Oklahoma Athletic Center here in Oklahoma City. You guys can watch and listen to the event at PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. That is PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. You guys, register today. There's limited spots available. College coaches will be there, but like I said, there's limited spots available. So the link and the QR code will present here in just a little bit.
The Oklahoma City Public School Coaches Show. Oh, yeah, I can deal with that. Right here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and streaming live on PPBC TV. I'm your host, Maurice Prince, and we've got some sponsors we need to thank, including Metrotech Technology Centers, TTCU Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, Rock Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, OCCC, Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Just a few moments ago, you heard us talk to Breakthrough Performances, ACAC champions 4 years consecutively, the Douglas Trojans wrestling team. But now we come back to the mat wearing purple as we talk championships. ACAC champions, the Northwest Clawson boys wrestling team. Good evening, gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight?
Perfectly well.
All right. It's always low key. I have on here, of course, head coach Cody Roberts. We'll talk to him in just a moment. And I have junior athletes, the man in the middle, Xavier Barrios. Then I have Sam, again, I messed it up, Navat.
It's fine.
Navarrete. Okay. I apologize. He is a freshman. All right, over here on the side. So, guys, let's talk about the season real quick. Xavier, where was this team's mentality when the season began?
A lot of nervousness, a lot of, I want to say, fear. Like, a lot of the freshmen, they came into it overthinking because it's a lot of top dogs that they've never wrestled before. And, I mean, all I can say is
Right, there was anticipation. There's a lot of anxiety, folks trying to figure some things out. How many years have you been wrestling?
This is my third year.
Third year. So came in as a freshman, learned it. So Sam, you come in to the team, one of those freshmen he's talking about.
Yeah.
So how was it the first practice, and where did you feel you were coming in? Had you wrestled before as well?
Yes, sir. This is my fourth year wrestling now.
Fourth year.
Yeah.
Where did the love for the sport begin?
Sixth grade year.
Sixth grade.
Yes, sir.
So was that something? Who introduced you to it?
To be honest, it was really random. Like, I was just hanging out with my friends after school, and I see some people from the wrestling team arguing and everything, and they were just screaming that the team wasn't good and they needed more players. So I said, I'm gonna try it out, and the more I learned how to wrestle, the more I fell in love with the sport.
Interesting. That's a fabulous story in terms of just hearing how that went into play. Coach, this is your third year with the program, Coach.
Yes,
when this group came together, I mean, he was talking about some frustration from some prior years or getting the group together prior to the season. Where did you sense this program was last year coming into this year?
We were in a pretty good place at the end of last year with a bright future ahead of us. I knew this group of freshmen coming in were going to really help fill out the lineup. And for the first time in probably the past 10 years, not only do we have a full lineup, we have backups at multiple weights, and we were ready to accept the challenge that I put in front of them on day one.
Day one. And what would have been that challenge, Coach?
When we step on the mat, we're going to be the most aggressive and physical team out there. And no one's going to outlast us to the third period. And when they step off the mat, win, lose, or draw, they're going to know they were in a fight.
They were in a fight. Coach, that's something that you have really instilled in this program, not only strong technique, gritty, competitive heart, but relentless effort. At what point during the season did you feel this group was really buying into that?
When we went to the Lexington tournament this year, that was the first glimpse that everyone was starting to get it figured out. And everybody came home with multiple wins. Over half the kids came home with hardware, so it was a good weekend.
Xavier, every year everybody wants to be better at something. What did you want to be better at the beginning of the season? And when you look back at how this season has gone, what was your biggest improvement?
I would say not caring of who I am wrestling, because I've wrestled people that are known with names that are ranked in the nation, and I believe that if I can hang with them, I have a future for myself.
So confidence, was that something you felt your game was lacking coming into this year, or what would you feel that's something that you're like, no, I got to get better at this and coming into this season?
I believe it was my confidence, because I would search up on the internet who these people were, who I was wrestling. I would get nervous myself, but now I see them, I'm like,
just another name.
I gotta go beat them.
Just a name.
Yes, sir.
Just a name. Okay, what's the name? Okay, is that you? Okay, great. Get on the mat. I can appreciate that. Sam, you know, coming into this, you had to understand what the coach's expectation was. At what point did you feel like you had a good understanding of what was expected of you?
Going into mid-season, I was in the middle of a match, and I noticed that my coach was always in my corner, always on my side, telling me what I can do and what not to do, and that just really helped me a lot.
What did you get better at over the course of this season?
Endurance, stamina.
Endurance and stamina. Okay, I kind of like those answers there. What was the most memorable match that you had this season?
Probably my ACAC dual tournament.
All right. What was so unique or special about that particular match?
That very last match, I had a good opponent, very strong. He had good endurance as well. He kept up with me, but I gave up a good fight, and that very last match won me my first place medal as a high schooler.
Congratulations on that. Xavier, you have a level of intensity that kind of oozes off of you. What match did you most relish this year?
That's a hard one. I'd like to say my finals match during Lexington, because I had to re-wrestle a kid I've already beat, but I didn't go into it thinking, oh, I've already beat him, I could do it again. I went into it thinking that I've never wrestled him, because I don't like thinking that just because I beat him, that I can beat him again, because something could always surprise you.
No doubt. Coach, what are you most proud of from each individual wrestler here? Obviously, you have a great team, but these standout athletes that are here, how did they most improve, and what impressed you most about them?
So both of these guys are actually our team captains too. They impressed me with their leadership qualities, and they also impressed me with their classroom work. They're both good students in AP classes, because at the end of the day, we're student athletes. Student comes first, and if you want to get to the next level, you can't have you can't have your pudding without getting to your meat first. So that's one of the things that we really harp on, is make sure we're in class, we're taking care of our grades. When we're out of school for a couple of days, we've got our assignments. These guys do a phenomenal job of staying on top of that, and making sure their teammates are staying on top of it.
Tremendous, Coach. That's just what we're talking about, the definition of a student athlete. If there were, as we are getting ready for the tournament and the meet, Sam kind of got into that a little bit, but Xavier, kind of help me out here. As the season's going along, the coach mentioned Lexington. What was different in the locker room between the athletes after the Lexington tournament meet, I should say?
A lot of confidence. A lot of people seem real motivated, and they've realized that we've stepped up from what we were, and we're a brand new team. Got a lot of great new improving wrestlers, and I believe we can just keep getting better. We're just climbing the ranks, climbing the top.
That's pretty awesome. Sam, the mentality that this team comes in, you know, I just want to talk about a couple of things. So when you have been called, your name's called, you get on the circle, you get in the circle, what do you look for against your opponent?
The way they act. I want to see if they stare me down, I would tell, oh, that's an aggressive wrestler. If not, they're just pacing. They're just waiting for the whistle to blow so we can just start wrestling. We can get a feel for each other. And also, I just think this kid is just a normal wrestler.
You think of that way. Xavier, when you're getting ready to meet, the mentality is already set. So you're walking in. What do you look for in your opponent?
Fear. I like looking for flaws that they have, anything I could use against them, or in the mat. I just want to make them not want to wrestle me.
Sam, you got me right there. He said fear, and the first thing you did was smile. Is that just? And again, this is not about making fun or anything of like that nature, but that is the definition of a tiger. You coming in, you're looking, you're like, okay, I want to see the fear, because that just motivates you to get going a little bit more. Each person has their own individual thing they look for, so it's not anything that's wrong at all. It's interesting to me. I've heard many different stories about when the match is getting ready to start, that sometimes it's just looking for a little bit of variances in the behavior and their movement that would give you an advantage. And true athletes in this sport look tactically at any situation as an advantage. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, sir, absolutely.
So, Coach, talking to you here just for a second here, how did you help these guys build confidence during the course of this season? What was the building blocks to getting to that?
So one of the things that I'm real big on is when we start the season, I show you a whole bunch of different things, and then when we get into the bulk of our season, it's okay. Now when it's time to drill, I'm putting 15 minutes on the clock. You work your offense, and while they're working, I walk around and coach each person individually to make sure what they're doing, that they're doing it right. When you're working on your offense, the whole practice, you build confidence in your shot. When I step on the mat, I can hit this high crouch against anybody that steps across from me. And most wrestling matches are won before you even step on the mat.
I'm gathering that, but based upon the way these athletes are answering the question. Xavier, what's something that Coach Roberts has said over and over that's entrenched in your mind, especially whether it's match day, but it's something that it's a part of you now?
Don't step on the mat to not lose. Step on the mat to win.
I like that one. Sam, for you.
Me personally, I don't really know how to answer that question.
That's fine, because there's a lot of different things that will go on. But as you're just a freshman, so I'm going to say this. We'll ask you again next year when you guys win the ACAC again, and then we'll see. Well, you know what? There is one thing in particular he said. So, guys, let's talk about that final meet. When you guys found out you were there, what was the general team reaction, and how did you guys generally say, okay, how we're going to go about getting ready for this for the final meet?
Just a lot of hard work in the wrestling room.
Yeah.
A good mentality too.
All right, Xavier. I mean, in terms of that, is this just another meet? How did you guys treat it? Was it, emotions attached to this?
I believe there was emotion for me, especially because last year I only placed second, and I promised myself that next year I'd come in first, and I fulfilled that promise. But for other wrestlers, I believe that they found a lot of heart in themselves going into that tournament.
Was that something that was actually on your mind coming into this, that you remembered that you're saying, okay, I need to be better at? Is that just something, or that was a personal goal that you said, now that I'm back here, I've worked hard, we've gotten back to this stage, this is what I want?
Oh, absolutely. I seen the opportunity. I took it. I knew I wanted it. I had to have it.
And you did it. So
yes,
congratulations. Sir. Sam, coming into this opportunity for you, you've had some years of wrestling underneath you at Force. How big was the stage to you, and how did it feel to actually step out on there for the first time and feel the energy and the place for it?
I was really nervous. Just because I had some experience under my belt doesn't mean that I could just go out there and be cocky, just play around with my opponent. That could really end up bad, and I could end up losing that match. So I had to treat that opponent as I would treat myself, treat him with respect, but also go out there and try my hardest to win.
Coach Roberts, you know, you made a comment earlier in this interview, and I want to go pivot back to it if I could. That was about, you know, the players were talking about, you know, the numbers of athletes that are participating, and you said it was a nice group, and the program was at a great place coming into this year. What does this year look like building for years? I mean, you've got another year of this guy right here.
Yep.
You've got a few more years of this guy on the edge here. What's the future look like for the night wrestling program?
I got to think how the best way to say this without. We have very specific goals. Our goal going forward is we want to get to dual state. That's the goal. And with this group of kids, we get a little bit more experience. We're going to be knocking on that door.
How exciting!
There's a good group of kids here, and we are an eyelash away from being able to knock on that door.
Hey guys, I always talk about interviews. Sometimes I know for who are listening on OKC Sports Radio, you really need to watch this on PPBC TV. When the coach started talking, both Xavier and Sam both sat back because they were just like, yeah, that's what the goal is. Guys, is that something that you guys actively talk about in terms of making this?
Yeah, we really want to make it a dual state.
Xavier, is it possible?
It's absolutely possible, especially with this group of students that we have, athletes that we have. I speak a lot of heart into them, and I want them to see what I see in them and believe in themselves, because I know we can make it. I want them to know that they can make it too.
Creating that, Coach said you guys are both captains, you know, of this, correct? And in doing so, what's it going to take? And you said speaking confidence and growth into the other athletes. Sam, how can you reach out to the next group of freshmen that are coming in and bring them in and bring them up to speed on what the expectation is? Because what you guys have established now is an expectation. It's not a let's just come in and see what we can do. This is no. Okay, we want to build and get to a higher level.
Be very straightforward with them. Tell them as soon as they get in that wrestling room what we expect of them, how much hard work they have to put into it, and how much confidence they need to get to that state of mind so they can pick up on our pace, so just they don't get left behind.
Coach, this is outstanding. I mean, this is what it is. I mean, this is what a coach dreams of in terms of, you know, for all the nights that you're up late trying to figure out, trying to help get people to make weight, be consistent on the training program. When they don't, this is what success builds, is a mentality and a state of the program. Congratulations to you for being able to get to this level, and then going to wish much more out of this. But Coach, when this group came together, we thought one thing. How good does it feel to be in the position you're in? I have to just ask that.
It's great, man. You know, we've worked really hard this year, but guys like Xavier here has been with me since I got here. They've worked hard from day one, and with these older guys, part of this success is the relationship that's been built. I know that they're gonna, if I need them to run through a wall for me, that they're gonna try it, and they know that if they need me to run through a wall for them, I'm gonna try it. So it's just one of the great things. And one of the other good things we've got going is, since I've been here, we haven't lost a home duel at all. And we've got one more home duel left this year to keep that undefeated at home streak alive for 3 years.
When is that?
Next Tuesday, February 10th.
February 10th. All right. At Classen.
Yes, sir.
All right. Guys, ACAC champions, obviously. There's always someone that needs to be thanked and recognized. Sam, I'll let you go first. Who deserves some recognition for the success this team has had to this point?
Our coach, 100%. He has always pushed us. He has told us that we need a good mentality, go straight into the sport, put hard work into our practice, and then if we don't, we could fall back and we could bring the team with us, and that is a very big no.
All right, Xavier, who deserves that recognition?
I got to piggyback off Sam. I'd have to say my coach. For everything I've been through, he's been there for me. He's been that person I could speak to, cry to, tell him just everything that's happened, how I feel about wrestling.
That's pretty awesome, guys. That's pretty awesome. I want you to know that that won't help you not run one less lap. I will tell you that much. There will be no brownie points awarded here today. Coach, obviously, another great support system over at Northwest Class and great administration over there that tries to give and yield this program. Who deserves some recognition at this point?
You said that we've got a great administration team over there. With Coach V, our site athletic coordinator, Dr. Killam, and all the assistant principals that are always, asking, well, how are we looking? How's so-and-so doing? We're going to be ready to go this weekend. We've also got some outside influences helping our team. Friends of Northwest Class have helped out. Mr. Jim Robinson, we went to the Catoosa tournament beginning of the month, and he helped finance that for us, so we were able to go down there and stay the night and not have to drive at 3 o'clock in the morning and drive back and forth. We were able to sleep in the bed and sleep in a little bit, and we've got a really good environment over at Northwest, and we're in a really good place.
All right, you guys know what you need to do. February 10th, you need to be at Northwest Classen to support this wrestling team that tries to take the undefeated home dual streak and take it to another level one more time. Wrestling is about mental toughness and technique, and these guys right here embody that. This is the Oklahoma City Public School Coaches Show. Hey. Want to thank Metrotech Technology Centers, TTCU Federal Credit Union, Dental Depot, Bedford Photography, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, All About Now Photography, Sam's Club, Rock, Recruit Oklahoma, SSM Health, OCCC Super Prep, Just Burgers, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. The next Coaches Show will be on February 16th. And tomorrow night on PPBC TV, you can watch the Classen SAS Comets take on the Douglas Trojans, as well as the Millwood Falcons take on Heritage Hall. That's all tomorrow. Both games are at 6 o'clock. And then also coming up real soon will be the Oklahoma City Public Schools Spring Media Day. That's coming up the third week in February. You don't want to miss out on that. And coming up next, more sports talk on OKC Sports Radio 105.3. Have a pleasant sports night. And we'll see who wins the Super Bowl, right? We'll talk soon. Good night.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Hey sports fans, get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry, only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and stay connected. Visit OKCSportsRadio.com.
Oklahoma City. It's me, Miles Perry, and save the date, March 28th. Yes, I said March 28th. And the reason why is because of Super Prep and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 Showcase. Any current high school athlete can attend the showcase, so can unsigned seniors and JUCO products. The event will be ran by local high school coaches and professional skills trainers. It'll be held at OAC, Oklahoma Athletic Center here in Oklahoma City. You guys can watch and listen to the event at PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. That is PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. You guys, register today. There's limited spots available. College coaches will be there, but like I said, there's limited spots available. So the link and the QR code will present here in just a little bit, but make sure you guys register today. It's the biggest event in Oklahoma. Peace.